How many sports moments have you watched which just broke down all the boundaries, brought that heartbreak or unrealized dream literally to someone or some teams? Teams on the brink of success have it snatched from their grasp in the most dramatic of fashions. But of these two very painful moments in football, which one really hurt the most? Let's proceed to the top heartbreaking moments in football history. Number 5. Arsenal vs Manchester United, 1979 FA Cup Final. In a match that has been dubbed the 5-minute final, Arsenal found itself up 2-0 against Manchester United with 5 minutes to go. Fans in Wembley Stadium were then treated to an unbelievable end as 2 goals in a 2-minute span from Gordon McQueen and Sammy Gilroy put the Red Devils on level terms. All evidence was pointing at a United victory, at least that was what the faces of the Arsenal fans in the crowd were saying. But the roller coaster did manage to come out with the Gunners finishing at the top of the loop as a minute later Alan Sunderland had slotted in at the back post to bury Graham Ricks's cross into the goal. Number 4. Ghana vs Uruguay, 2010 World Cup quarter-final. For the first time a World Cup played on African soil, Ghana had gone all the way to the quarter-finals of the competition with a chance to make a historic appearance in the semi-final, a first for any African team. The only hurdle for the Black Stars would be Uruguay. After a thrilling, back-and-forth affair that had the match deadlocked at 1 well into extra time, Ghana was gifted an opportunity to break through. Following a header by Ghana striker Dominic Adlia over Uruguayan keeper Fernando Muslera, Luis Suarez leaped into the air and deflected the ball away from goal with both hands before it crossed the line. Suarez was sent off with a red card and Ghana had the potential match winner from the penalty spot. The South Americans would go on to win the match 4-2 on penalties, breaking not only Ghanaian hearts but those of the entire continent. Number 3. Chelsea vs Barcelona, 2009 Champions League semi-final. Barcelona broke Chelsea hearts in 2009 in what was one of the most controversial matches in Champions League history. The match, in effect, is always remembered more for the curious refereeing display by Norwegian official Tom Henning Øvrebø, who denied Chelsea 2 clear penalties, with fans of the Blues suggesting there could have been a couple more as well. The English side led the match 1-0 following a thunderbolt first-half goal from midfielder Michael Essien, which also gave them a 1-0 lead on aggregate. So things looked good for the Londoners despite their displeasure with Øvrebø. This is when Andres Iniesta scored in the 93rd minute to steal a place in the Champions League final, sending Chelsea home disappointed once again after their loss to Manchester United in the final the previous year. Number 2. United States vs Japan, 2011 Women's World Cup Final. With the country still reeling from a crippling tsunami and nuclear tragedy, Japan caught some optimism when its women's soccer team broke American hearts by winning the event. Twice the US managed to carry the lead with goals from strikers Alex Morgan and Abby Wambach, giving the heavily favored Americans leads of 1-0 and then 2-1. But Japanese star Homesawa ensured that the match would go to penalties as the captain netted in a goal in the 117th minute to keep Japanese hopes alive once again. A dramatic tying goal late to send the match into extra time was scored as well in the 81st minute of the thrilling match. With the momentum of the game on its side, Japan would go on to win the World Cup on penalties as goalkeeper Ayumi Kaihori stopped 3 American shooters to give her country its biggest win in soccer history. Number 1. AC Milan vs Liverpool, 2005 Champions League Final. When Liverpool fell behind 3-0 to AC Milan before the halftime whistle had even sounded, it seemed like the 2005 Champions League crown was well out of reach. 2 goals from Argentine Hernan Crespo were preceded by a surprising strike from legendary defender Paolo Maldini, which had Milan heading into the locker room with the victory all but secured. Even the most ardent, optimistic Liverpool fans were convinced beyond doubt that all big ears would find a home in Italy. And we all know what happened from there, don't we? Steven Gerrard, Vladimir Smicer, and Xabi Alonso provided the goals in arguably the greatest comeback in the history of the sport. The Ataturk Stadium was eerily quiet, Liverpool fans loud and animated, but Milan fans were subdued. Liverpool, in the end, would be champions as Jerzy Dudek helped his club to win a famous 3-2 victory in the penalty shootout. Which football moment broke your heart the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel for more compelling sports content, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever we drop another great one.